Hey y'all, welcome on in. My name is Alex with the Creative Llama, and if you see that red live box right there, that means I'm live. But if you don't see it, you're just catching the replay. So if you are catching the replay, make sure you put hashtag replay. All right, y'all, we are going to do some inking tonight. I've been trying to do more inking, more things with ink. That way y'all aren't afraid to try it. I get so many people tell me all the time, I want to do the ink, but I'm so afraid to mess it up. Let me tell you this. Go to Walmart, okay? Go to Walmart and get you a package of flour sack towels. I think you can get like a package of 4 for like $5 or a package of 8 for like $9. Okay. These are perfect ways to practice with the ink without like spending a bunch of money and all of that. Okay. So comment the word pop, P-O-P, and I will send you the supply list for tonight, but we are going to use a flour sack towel. And we are going to use the popsicles. Now, when I showed y'all this, I said it's going to be great on a shirt, especially for kids. But we are going to put it on a flour sack towel. And we're actually going to kind of make it a pattern at the end of our towel, okay? So, flour sack towel is from Walmart. I have my ink mat right here, right? Hi, hello. So, this is the 11 by 23 ink mat. If you don't have an ink mat, you need one. It's super, super helpful. You know what, y'all, let me pull up my comments because I'm over here just talking. Hello, Dolores. Hit that heart button for me. Sprinkle the video if you can, and we're going to see how this goes. I don't know if it's going to turn out the way I'm thinking it, but we're going to try. Okay, so flour sack towel, it is a big old one. So we are going to put this on to Dolores. I saw a message from you. I've not had a chance to check it. Today has been absolutely crazy. I know some of y'all are waiting on invoices from me. I have not forgotten. Today was just a crazy day. So I'm hoping this evening, once things kind of calm down, I can get caught up on all my messages. What do you use a flour sack ink towel for? Never heard of it. Basically, it's like a tea towel. So it's called a flour sack towel from Walmart. This is where I got mine. But it's like a tea towel. It's a really cheap towel, like decorative towel, if you will. Instead of going and like finding those really pretty decorative towels, if you're nervous about the ink, I think trying out the flour sack towels is a great option of trying ink without, you know, spending a lot of money. All right, so I'm going to lay this out here, and we have got to get this wrinkle free. So this is probably going to be like the hardest part of this, is just getting all the wrinkles out. And you know what? I should probably center it. Hold on, y'all. Hi, Marie. How are you? Hi, Robbie. All right. Let's see, y'all. This is going to be the hardest part, but we're going to attempt to get this as straight as possible. Oh my gosh. You know what? You know what would be easier is if I put my towel down first, right? And then put my ink mat down. All right. Here we go. Lay this down. Y'all are very quiet tonight. What's today? Is today Wednesday? I keep thinking today is Tuesday. I got the angel stencil and I want to do a shirt and I don't know how to use it yet. I don't know which one you're talking about, Miss Dolores. All right, so I'm going to put my ink mat sticky side down. That's a little bit easier than trying to move your towel on top of the ink mat. And then we're just going to smooth out all of these wrinkles. It's Wednesday. Yeah, okay. See, it is Wednesday. I'm so off on my days, y'all. Good evening, Miss Cheryl. So tell me in the comments what y'all had for dinner. Uh-oh, Boone, I knew that was going to happen. Y'all, they've been so quiet all evening. And then as soon as I go live, they start barking. Can y'all hear them? They say hello. Let me let them in real quick. Sorry. Hold on. Come on. Sorry, guys. All right. Turkey wrap. Yum. All right. So this is called the popsicle transfer. We're going to do these in patriotic colors. Now, I know some of y'all are over patriotic stuff, but I want to do this in patriotic colors. But this is just for inspiration. So if you like this project, you can snag this transfer. and do it with whatever colors you want. Applesauce, corn, tater tots, sloppy joes, yum. I used ink on a coffee cup and love doing them. I need to do that again, don't I? I haven't done a coffee cup in a really long time. So really neat thing that we have, if I don't know if you saw the email or the post in my group this morning, but all size A and B transfers are free shipping. So if you were to go to the website and purchase this by itself, you get free shipping on it. So just a little FYI. Hello, Miss Billy. All right, let's lay this down and we are gonna, so this is my thing. We're gonna ink on it, clean it, move it, and do it at the bottom. Because here's my thing. If I were to put it in the center, the popsicles are too big for just to do it in the center and fold it correctly. You know what I mean? So we are gonna pick it up and move it around. So here are the colors that I have. I have obviously my red, white, and blue, which I don't even know if we need really white because my towel is white. Duh, Alex. So the red, white, and blue, right? But do you think we should darken our blue to more of a navy, or should we leave it into like this cadet color? What do y'all think? Keep it or darken it? Alrighty. We are gonna use, we might be on here for a little while, if I'm being honest with you. Y'all are very quiet tonight. Cadet, navy, cadet, keep it. Okay, we'll keep it. It looks like that is the winner. So I'm gonna pull out a, hi Dewey, keep it. Okay, so this is the color cadet. So when you comment the word pop, P-O-P, my page will send you a message with a supply list. It's the first link in the message. Now, when you open up that link, it's gonna look like, Lord have mercy, you want me to spend how much money on this project? I put in a ton of stuff in there. The ink does come in jars or it does come in singles. So I put both options in there for you in case you wanted the ink singles instead of the jars. All right, so make sure it's flat and we are just going to apply this color. Now you could totally do these popsicles in like summer colors if you wanted to. Like I think coral and teal and yellow would be really pretty, but you don't have to do that. And you really want to be careful with the ink and not get it on your fabric. Thank you for sprinkling, Miss Dolores. I appreciate that. Any sprinkles, hearts, likes, comments help out tremendously. All right, so we're gonna do red. If I can open these up. Y'all, I haven't used my inks in quite some time. I have a ton of ink like in my inventory. Would y'all be interested in like an inventory sale of ink, or would you prefer like a paste sale? I always want to know what y'all want. What do y'all want? Tell me. There's only a few of us on here, so just tell me what y'all want. And I'll see if I can make it happen. We will have a finished good sale on Friday. So if you missed last Friday's, we'll do another one on Friday. This Friday, I'll have about 10 pieces up for grabs. There'll probably be some of my patriotic items from my live sale that are done that they gotta go. You need to try inking jars or singles. It would be jars, Colleen. I don't like to hold on to the singles. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I kind of look like a Smurf right now. Let me clean that up. Both. You want to sell on both paste and ink? Okay, okay. Miss Robbie, I challenge you to pull out that ink and do an ink project. Now, the really great thing about ink is you don't have to rush. You don't have to rush putting the color down, because your ink, you can take your time with this. I know I'm not making sense, y'all. I apologize. All right, so I did pull out Dune for that, but I think I want to use gold if I have it. If not, we'll just use copper. So we're just gonna use copper. I was gonna do Dune, but I don't like Dune with those colors. So, hello, thank you. Thank you, thank you. That one, the angel, will probably be up for grabs on Friday. So lots of stuff. I got to get the patriotic stuff out of here. But that was exciting last week that everything sold. Like, y'all don't understand. That made me so happy. Nominee. Now I could, so here's the thing. You could do paste with this. You could do paste on fabric, right? You can totally do that. But if you want to go, if you want to be able to use it or wash it, then you'll want to do ink and then heat set it, okay? Alrighty, so we got our first popsicle done. How should we do this one? Should we do just red and blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue? But then what are we gonna do with this one? And of course, it's all cute. Thank you. What do y'all think? I guess that's what we have to do, right? I did a quilt with paste. Ooh. Alrighty. We're gonna go red. So I pulled out my multi-tool. That way, I have a little bit more control. Is there shimmer white? There's not a shimmer white ink, unfortunately. I wish. Wouldn't that be awesome? I think that'd be so cool. All right, so then we're gonna go in with red here. And this is, ooh, this is where the multi-tool is gonna help you have a little bit more control over where, ooh, your ink goes. Just be sure not to put a ton of ink on your multi-tool because then it's even harder to control where it goes. Okay. So like I was saying, the great thing about ink is you don't have to like put the color down and pull it before it dries, because if it won't dry in the silk screen. You have plenty of time to work with it and be detailed as much as you would like. I'm just thinking out loud here. All right, we're gonna do our red stripe down here. Red, white, and blue. Leave the white towel. Yeah, I know. I pulled out the white and I was like, why did I do that? Because our towel is white. I'm sure you could do, should we try white on one of them and see what we think? Should we try the white ink? Oh my goodness, words are difficult for me today. Should we try, oh my gosh. Try the white ink on the towel with the red, or just do the blue? Try it, okay? Julie's like, let's do it, girlfriend. Let's try it. Yes, okay. I promise I can talk, y'all. All right, so we're gonna do white right here. This is where I probably should have started with the white because I'm afraid I'm gonna mix that red, but we're gonna try it. Okay, so we're pulling out some white ink. Ooh, that is really dry. Hold on. That is very dry. I don't know why. All right, so my ink is pretty dry. Normally it doesn't get dry. Usually it's okay. So I just sprayed a little bit of water in it and I'm gonna mix it in. It might make a difference. I don't know, Miss Linda. I haven't been drinking anything. Nothing. Just, you know, good old Coke Zero and Diet Coke and some water. I cannot talk tonight. If it bleeds, it's just melting. Oh, there you go, Miss Leona. I like that reasoning because you know I'm going to mix it. Y'all know me. I'm going to try really hard not to. It's going to happen. So I suggest if you're going to do this, I would use the white first. Put your white color down first and then go in with your red. That way you don't smear it into the white, but it's already happening. So we're just going to go with it and we're going to use Miss Leona's reasoning. Is that it is melting. Okay. Like so. Hello, Robin. How are you, my friend? Ooh. This would be a lot easier if my ink wasn't really old. Y'all, I've had this, probably this ink jar since I started, if I'm being honest. I really haven't gone through a lot of ink. And so, I mean, I've had my jars, what, 4 years? It'll be 4 years in July. So almost 4 years. So it's okay if it doesn't last. I'm gonna have to throw this one away when I'm done. All right, last white spot. And then we'll do the stick part. How do you think we should do this one? Red and blue? What should we do that last one? Okay. Francis, I'm pretty sure it's my phone. It's not you. It's my old phone. Hi, Don Grant. Alrighty. Here we go. Stem, not the stem, the stick. And get this on here. I love using ink because you don't have to rush it like you do paste. Red, white, and blue. So red. Blue and white, red, white, and blue. Okay, okay. Let me go ahead and do the stick part down here, right? Put that there. Hi, Pamela, how are you? Hi, Janelle. Make the last one all 3 colors. Okay, so we'll do red, white, blue, red, white, blue, red. Okay, y'all got it. And I'm trying to get this ink off of my hand. Goodness gracious. All right, y'all. I'm a little flustered for some reason. Alrighty. Now let's pull out our red. And I'm just going to use my mini squeegee just because the lines are pretty thick in between the different pieces, so I can control a little bit better. So red, white, blue, red, white, blue, red. I hope I didn't mess that up. Okay, red ink, there we go. All right. I'm running out of room. I'm doing good. We're doing good. We are just chilling tonight, just hanging out, chatting. Y'all, here's my white. This is my better white. That is so much better than what I had. It literally was right in front of me. Okay, I'm gonna throw that away. And this will be much easier on here. Oh yeah. So red, white, white. Okay. Wipe that up. Hi, Haley. They're good. They're, you know, living their best life. I had to let them in. I'm sorry, Pamela, that you got a message. That wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, a little bit of the blue, like so. Pick up all that extra ink. You don't want that ink. You don't want a ton of ink sitting on top because it will make it look fuzzy, okay? All right. Lord have mercy. I'm running out of room because over here I have my heat press, and so normally I use that side to also put stuff. Pamela, you won't get the message now because for some reason you got a different message. So if you want the link, I can send it to you here in just a little bit. Just send me a message so I don't forget. Let me close this up. I'm trying to close everything up so I don't get my towel in there. Wipe up my hands yet again. Now I do the same, the same thing with the angel wings. So you put it on, use your sticky mat, your ink mat in the middle, right? In the middle of your shirt. Then, oh yeah, you can see the white. Ooh, y'all, I like that. Same exact process. What do y'all think? I love it. All right, we're gonna put this to the side. Let's clean up our transfer, and then we're gonna do the same exact thing again, and then we'll heat set it, okay? All right, lots of water. I am gonna use a baby wipe to wipe up the top part, just because it's easier. I only use it on the top of my transfers and not the back. I know, Tammy, I wasn't sure, and you actually can see it. So if you do this project and you use white on a white towel, it will pop up, it will appear. That's okay, Connie. It looks better with white. Yeah, I totally agree, Monica. I absolutely agree. I think it would have looked weird had we not done the white. Like, it would have looked like something was missing. Especially on the, especially on the middle one. Had we not done white, it would have looked really weird. Yes. I would use distilled. I didn't have distilled on me. I don't have distilled on me. If I'm being honest with y'all, I use regular tap water. And I haven't had much issues lately with like the molding in my pastes. But I do recommend staying with the distilled water and not using just regular tap water. Pops up great with the other colors. Yeah, looks good on it. Hi, Lynette. Alrighty, dry this up. Now we definitely want to make sure that this is as dry as possible, because if there is still a little color lingering on the back of my transfer, and if I go to put it on my white towel, it's going to show. That's happened to me a lot. So, all right, let's dry this. If y'all could do me a huge favor, hit the heart button, sprinkle the video. The more that you comment and interact, the more Facebook wants to show my stuff. So I would appreciate that. And when you comment and interact, you get entered in to a lovely giveaway. Okay. Let's pull this back over. So let's keep in mind that the ink, let me put this away. The ink on this side is still wet, right? So, thank you. I had a jar that molded and had not even opened it. And it was a pretty new, oh no. Robbie, if that happens, if you still have the jar, send me a message, because that should definitely not happen if you haven't even opened it. That's concerning. And you should definitely let me know if you have pictures of it. We can get you a new one. Thank you for sprinkling. Alrighty, here we go. Same thing. Now here's going to be the hard part, is getting this lined up. But I also have to make sure that I put the correct spacing in between. Dunskies, that looks good. And we're probably gonna have to do one more at the end. All right, lay this down, push it down. Remember, our ink mat is already in there, and we're gonna do the same exact thing. Or should we change up the look of the popsicles? We are making a tea towel. We're making a tea towel with ink, but we're trying to make like a little pattern at the bottom. So I'm wondering, should we do the same exact popsicles or change them up? Change the look. Y'all think I go through a lot of baby wipes? I go through a lot of baby wipes when I am using ink. Miss Linda, we're about halfway through. Change it up. Okay. Let's change it up. So we're going to do the same colors, obviously, but let's think here. Should we do red and white? Switch. I'm so surprised. I thought you're like, no, keep it the same. Look what I know. I don't know much, clearly. All right, so we're going to do red on top. And then we'll go in with the white on the bottom, but we'll keep the stick the same color, which is the shimmer copper. See, Billy's like me. Like, let's just keep it the same. Let's keep it uniform. But y'all want to change it up, so that is what we're doing. Okay. Pick up all that extra, back in the jar. Okay, so then y'all start telling me, what do we do in the middle one? What do we do in that middle one? We did red and white the first time. So what do we do with the middle popsicle? Oops, and I got a little red where I didn't want it. That's okay. Picking up all that extra. Blue and white, just, okay. Ombre. Now, Miss Marcy, you know how I am with ombre, clearly. I didn't do such a great job painting last night. Blue and red. I was thinking blue and red. Maybe, okay, here's maybe what we do. Maybe we do the ombre for this one, but I'm really afraid I'm gonna mess it up. I'm really afraid. I used tons of wipes. My husband said, I know. You and me both, Miss Linda, you and me both. All right, we're gonna do blue and red. Where did my detail tool go? What the heck, Alex? Something. Oh my word, y'all, I literally just had it. The heck? How is this even possible? How do I do this to myself? I have this one, but it's dirty. I'm sorry, y'all. This is just an off night. I will say that. It is an off night. I didn't under the towel. No. Found it. Literally right here. Okay. So we're going to do red. No. We're going to start with blue. Sorry. That's exactly what I was thinking, Miss Billy. So we're going to do blue first on top to switch it up. Right? And then we'll go through. So this is the most detailed part of this whole project, is this dang popsicle right here. Now, if you don't like the idea of doing a tea towel, we do have popsicle cutouts, like chalk shapes on the website that you can use for paste. So if you want to grab those, you totally can. But remember, if you order just the transfer by itself, you will get free shipping, or any combination of A's and B's. It's all free shipping for size A and B transfers. Now, let's say you add, like, I don't know, 3 size A, a size B, and a size C. It'll just charge you for the shipping of the size C. So it'll start, I think, at like $8.99. So just keep that in mind. If you are adding stuff to your cart that is not A and B, it will still charge you shipping for the other items that don't qualify. Plus, if you purchase $75 or more, you do get a free transfer today. It's a free mushroom transfer that you can only get if you purchase. Apparently people are into mushrooms. I'm just me. So are y'all into mushrooms? Like the decor mushroom, not the inappropriate kind of mushrooms? You'll tell me. Some people like it. I'm not a fan of it personally, but there's nothing wrong with liking them. Only on your pizza, I like it. I'm not into the mushrooms, yeah. I didn't think most of my people were. It's kind of weird, yeah. I know. Not me, yep. Lisa, Miss Lisa, I don't know if you saw, I shipped your piece that I have been meaning to send to you. It's going to be picked up tomorrow. I did send you like a notification that that piece is shipped. Not me, not right now. Not, mushrooms don't like me, but I like them, but not really. So then do y'all like mushrooms on your pizza? I was talking more of like decor mushrooms. On the last popsicle, maybe put red, white, and blue at the top and pull down the colors. Ooh. Ooh, I like that idea, Leona. Perfect. You're welcome. Pamela is like, girl, mushrooms are disgusting. I'm not a big mushroom, like food fan of mushrooms. Well, just really mushrooms in general, but I'm sure someone pops on here. They're like, why is she talking about mushrooms? That odd girl is talking about mushrooms. We're talking about the free transfer that you can get today. No decor, yes on pizza, yes in food, not decor. Kimberly likes eating mushrooms. I'm not a big mushroom fan. Some people in my family are, but I am not. Now, I will say if they're like, what is it, like sauteed? I think that's the word I'm looking for. I will eat it because I love sauteed mushrooms. But I don't understand how people eat raw mushrooms. You know what I mean? Not me. All right, y'all, I'm totally mixing in some of this cadet with the red down here. We're gonna just pretend that I didn't do that. Okay, we're gonna pretend that that did not happen. Yay, congratulations. Not crazy of mushrooms unless you cook them. Yeah, I like sauteed. I mean, they're still not my favorite even then, but I will eat them. All right, let's do the stick. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. Hit that heart button. Comment the word pop, and you'll get the supply list. Don't forget that you can still shop the live sale from Monday, right? You can still shop that live sale. So comment the word pop, and it's the last link in there. Love mushrooms, but my son doesn't. They are very good. They are very good for you. Oh, are they? Okay, so Miss Leona had a suggestion. She was saying to put a little bit of each color at the top, like right here, right? Then I would take probably a small squeegee to do it all at once, and I would just pull it straight down. Should we do that? Or should we kind of keep with the theme where it's kind of just solid pieces? So solid or mix? So like, yeah, Kimmy, you can. Absolutely. Anytime I do a live sale, if there's stuff that's on my website that you want that I didn't show, just send me a message and I can add it. Mix, solid, go for it. Mixed, mix. Okay, looks like mix is the winner. I would have kept with solid because can be boring. I don't like to challenge myself, but that's okay. We're gonna do mixed. So here's the thing is I want to make sure that I put enough ink at the top to pull it down. And I probably put way too much red now that I'm thinking about that. Okay. Clean this off. We're going to go in with white. I don't want as much red because I feel like red will overpower that white. We're going to try it. We're going to see, y'all. We're going to see. It could be like not cute, right? Or it could be like the best idea that we've ever had. Or that Leona had for me. How much are my bags? What bags? Which bags are you talking about? Thank you for sprinkling, Miss Kathy. All right, small squeegee, here we go. Y'all ready? I have to remember to stop right here. You know what I'm gonna do? Do I have any? Yes, we're gonna put some placement tape. I was just messing with you, Miss Leona. I'll take the blame because more than likely it's the execution that was off. All right, here we go. So this is the problem. This is what I didn't think about. Okay, I'm going to pick up some of this white, put it back up here, because if I were to go move this over and go down, what's going to happen is my blue is going to go on top of my white. So we don't want that to happen, right? So let me get a different squeegee and let's do the same thing on this side. Now I didn't have enough red. Okay, I'm making a ginormous mess over here. Trying to not make it to where the lines are like, here's blue, here's red, white, here's red. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. Peel this off. Let's do the stick part and then we're gonna see. Hi, Debbie. All right. I'm trying to decide if we should do one more or just leave it. I think we might just leave it. Okay, let me wipe up my hands Okay, if you're just popping on, say hey. Comment the word pop. We are doing a tea towel. Ooh, I kind of like that one. Leona, good suggestion, my friend. And I'm trying to see. We probably need to do one more. Uh-oh. Do y'all have time for one more? Or you're like, girl, get with it and be done. Hi, Patty. All right, let me clean this up. Oh my word, y'all. This is why, okay, this is one reason that I kind of get frustrated with ink is I just get it all over the place. Sure. All right. Move these out of the way. Y'all. I'm like running out of space over here. Put that there. We're gonna move this over here and let's clean. Like the mix, it came out great. I agree. Miss Leona, thank you so much for sharing and giving that suggestion. Send me a message. You will win something today. I appreciate you suggesting that because I think that turned out really, really cute. All right, lots of water. Yet again, baby wipe, like so. I just find that it's helpful to clean it that way. Then we're gonna get our board eraser and clean. We just have one more that shows you're really into the project. Girl, Miss Linda, I wear my project on my face sometimes. It did come out cute. It reminds you of a bomb pop, right? Oh, I guess someone was like, bye, don't like you. See ya. So I forgot which paint is used on material, shirts, and ink. So Miss Victoria, you want to use ink on anything that you pretty much want to be permanent, right? So like towels, shirts, bags, anything that you want to be permanent. You can even put it on wood if you want to. I don't. I just prefer using paste personally over the ink. But you want to heat set. You want to heat set the ink, right? Alrighty. Here is our last popsicle. And I really need a little bit more of an ink mat. So I have one that I've cut up over here. So I'm just going to kind of attach that the best I can. And we're going to put one more popsicle. Uno más. I was just messing with you. Yeah, it is their loss. Bye-bye. So is that done with the paste? What I'm doing tonight? No, what I'm doing tonight is with the ink. So I will show you how to heat set it here in just a second. We just got to do our last popsicle and then we'll be done. Okay, how should I do this popsicle? Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. Now I kind of wish we'd have done all funky popsicles like that one. What is happening? Y'all, I'm getting all sorts of crazy notifications on my phone right now. Text messages, lots of things happening behind the scenes. Come down, maybe swirl this one in red and blue. So here's the thing. I wanted to do something funky, but I don't want to do two like funky ones next to each other. Would that look weird? What do y'all think? Or should we do it solid? I don't think these are straight, but you know what? It's my towel, so it's fine. Hot mess. Hi, Camille. Okay, we'll do a hot mess one. Okay, y'all convinced me. What am I doing? Focus, Alex. Needs to go. Solid, weird, yes. Can you do a tie-dye? Probably not on the popsicle. I probably need something a little bit bigger. Okay, so we said funky, hot mess. Can you do a color under the dots? Yeah, so like, How would I do that? I would just have to, so you could, Julie, it'd be a little bit difficult. But what you could do, I'm thinking. What you could do is kind of how we do like the outline technique. So you could do like a white, you could go in with white on top of this, right? Dry it, and then fill in the colors of the stars that you want, dry it, then go back on top with the popsicle and do the whatever color you want this to be, right? So sorry, you would do like white. Let's say you wanted to do that. So what I would do is I would do white base, dry it, take a paintbrush, paint where the stars are, whatever color you want them to be, dry it, and then go back on top with the color of what you want to be around the stars. Does that make sense? I hope so. Hi, Cindy Rooks. Okay, we're gonna do hot mess. So I'm gonna show y'all how that works. So I am just going to pick up my color. I'm thinking here. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up my color and I'm just going to dot this all over the popsicle. Now remember, whatever excess you have left over after this, you cannot put back in a jar. So just keep that in mind. If that bothers you, then don't overdo it. Okay, so then we're gonna go in with red and we're gonna do the same thing. Dot, dot, dot. I'm gonna do a little less red. Dot. And then we'll clean this up and we'll do dot, dot, dot. I probably need to add a little bit more red. Let me do one more thing of red, like here and here. Okay. I'm gonna get out my placement tape again. I'm gonna tape off the little stick, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take a mini squeegee, take a mini squeegee, and what I like to do is like an S motion for hot mess, like an S motion and kind of mix the colors like this. And there's no right or wrong way to do the hot mess. I didn't put enough ink down, so we can put more, okay? So I'm gonna put a little bit more white down here. Getting this on there, and then let's put in a little bit more red right here, maybe right here. Go in and just add that color and we'll see how it turns out, y'all. So it's gonna look messy, but when you pull it up, it's gonna look pretty neat. Well, we're hoping, right? All right, here we go. Oh, darn it. Y'all know what I forgot to do is my stick. Lord have mercy. Hold on. Hi, Ruthie. OMG, y'all. Let me see if I can fix this. Okay, push this down. I need to get off of here. I'm a mess tonight. Okay. Done. Okay, I'm not going to show y'all how to clean it. Y'all watched me clean it like 3 times already. I think y'all get it. Let me wipe up my hands. Let me turn on my let me turn on my heat press and let's dry. But I want to close up all my inks, so make sure you close up all your inks before you take your whatever you're using off of the ink mat. I cannot tell you how many times I didn't close my inks. I take my ink mat out of my shirt, I hold it up, and then I dip the bottom of the shirt into the jar of ink. Oh gosh. Ugh. It did turn out good. Let's close this up. Close this one. You like the messy one? Now I kind of wish we would have done all of them kind of funky like that. I think that would have been fun. Close this up. I've got some serious cleaning to do because this stuff is everywhere. Baby wipe down. And I'm on my last baby wipe. Thanks, Trudy. We were trying something different. I'm trying to do more ink for y'all so that way y'all aren't afraid of it. Clearly, y'all look at me. I'm a mess. I got ink on parts of my towel that weren't supposed to be there. It's fine. But I gotta wipe up my hands. Alrighty, let's dry. So here's the key to ink, is you wanna make sure your ink is dry before you heat set it, okay? Because if it is not dry and you go to heat set it, your ink can pull up as you're heat setting. Okay, so let's get this as dry as possible. This is definitely not straight. So I would recommend, to make sure it's straight, is to put like a piece of placement tape on the bottom so you know where to put the bottom of the sticks, so they all line up. It's not completely noticeable in my opinion, but if it bothers you. I know, isn't that one so fun? Okay, peel this up, put that there, and we're gonna peel this off. And this is why, I'm gonna show y'all, you want to use an ink mat. Look at all that ink that went through, okay? So let's pretend this was a shirt. If I didn't use the ink mat, that ink would soak to the back of the shirt if I was doing a shirt. So that's why the ink mat is awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna lay this down. We're gonna dry it. Thank you. So let's get this dry and then we're done, y'all. I'll be on tomorrow morning at 9:45. Y'all know that I typically go live Thursday mornings. So if you're not able to be there, that's totally fine. Just catch the replay. But we want to make sure that this is as dry as possible. I know. So I asked my best friend before I went live if I should do patriotic popsicles or like summer popsicles, and she said patriotic, so that's what we did. But you could totally do this with summer colors. No, this is not heat setting it. This is drying the ink. I'm going to show you how to heat set. So I'm going to use an easy press to heat set mine. But if you don't have a heat press or like an easy press, that's totally fine. You can just use a regular iron. That's okay, Colleen. I hope you're feeling better, by the way. That's still tacky. Now, I usually recommend to like wait 24 hours to heat set. That way it ensures your ink is dry, but we don't have time for that. We want to see it heat set. So it is still pretty tacky, but we're going to go ahead and go for it. Okay, so I'm using a Cricut heat press. If you have like a traditional like clamshell heat press, like if you do shirts and stuff like that, you can still use that. Ooh, y'all, this is still very wet. You can still do that. We're gonna go ahead and do it and see. Okay, cover with, well, what the heck, where is it? Parchment paper. Let me grab some parchment paper because mine is not in there. Good thing my kitchen is right off my craft room. Cover with parchment paper, and we're gonna heat set it for 30 seconds. And I just knocked all this stuff over. Hold on. Oh my God, y'all. It is just one of those nights. You can, yeah, so you can use a regular iron. That's what I was gonna say, is you can use a regular iron, medium-high heat, cover with parchment paper, and then just heat set it for 4 minutes. So just run your iron over it for 4 minutes. I'm late again, but thankful. Yes, you do need to start inking. All right, let's pull it up. So the way that I know that it's okay is that none of the ink pulled up, because if the ink pulled up, it'd be on this sheet, and it's not, okay? So we're gonna move this over. It's still pretty tacky, so I might have to do it again. So if your ink is thick, you might have to heat set it a couple of times before it stops being tacky, okay? Same thing. Heat set for 30 seconds. Hi, Sandy Vogel. If you're just jumping on, we are almost done. We are just heat setting our towel that we made using the popsicle transfer. I did mine in a patriotic theme, but you can do yours in a summer theme. Whatever theme you like. And my Cricut Easy Press is also linked in my Amazon. If you don't have one and you've been wanting one, I do like mine. Okay, that looks good. Peel it up, move it over. And we're gonna heat set this last popsicle. And do the same thing. I will watch. Perfect, that's okay, Miss Victoria, I understand. I understand not everybody can be on, you know, in the morning time. But I'm trying to decide what we should do. Should we do something with the club project tomorrow? I have the round that I'm selling for it, like the one that says God Bless America. And I'm thinking about doing that for my project tomorrow. Or is there something else that y'all are wanting to see? Okay. That's good. And again, I'm not going to do the full 30 seconds this time. We'll just do a couple of seconds. So I'm going to go back over them because they are still pretty tacky. So like I said, if you need to heat set it a couple of times before the tackiness goes away, I would. But also if you wait to let it dry overnight and then heat set, you should be fine. Okay. Same thing. And heat set this last one. Yes, what? Oh, yes to the club project. Okay. We'll do that one. All right, that looks good. Let's fill this up. And, ooh, I kind of got ink where I didn't want it, but that's okay. See, y'all see, even though I closed it, I got ink where I didn't want it. That's okay. We're not going to stress about it. So, here it is. Had I not got ink on the top, see how messy I am? Y'all look at that. You can probably, I could probably get some hydrogen peroxide and spray it and it might come out. That red and blue may not because it is such a pigmented color. But will that tackiness go away? Yeah, so I would recommend before you heat set it is to let it dry overnight. It will still probably be a little tacky to the touch, but when you go to heat set it, that tackiness should go away. Like mine, some parts of the popsicles are still a little tacky and it's fine. Yeah, you can also heat set the backside. That does help with it. I'm not going to do that just because y'all already have seen me do this project or heat set, so there's no need for it to show y'all. So you can fold it. No, what am I doing? Yeah, no, this way. Fold it in half, fold it in half. And I know I didn't fold that the best, but I wanted to do it because I thought this was too big so you could have, but will that go? Yeah, it'll go away. It will. I'm just struggling to fold on this table. There we go. And you can fold it as thin or as thick as you want. It is a big towel. It is. Oh, Marcy, that's a great idea. Do a beach towel. You would have to find a beach towel that isn't super, super fuzzy. You know what I mean? Like a really thin beach towel. But there it is, y'all. There's our project. The white does work on the white background, the white ink. Yeah, so I always suggest if you want to try ink, go to Walmart, okay? Go to Walmart, buy a set of flour sack towels. There's like a 4-pack, I think, for like $5, or like a 8 or 10 pack for like $8 or $9. I always suggest starting with this because they are cheap and they're big, and so you can really practice with the inking on these without like ruining a t-shirt or ruining a nice tea towel. That's what I always suggest personally. All right, let's pick a winner. Y'all have hung out with me for long enough. So hit that heart button, sprinkle the video, and I'm going to update this. Haley, stop it. Amazon, okay, there you go. Amazon has a 4-pack of 24 by 24. I didn't, they've been sitting here for 2 months. What? The tea towels? Girlfriend, open up those tea towels, open up your ink, and try it. Clearly, I'm a messy inker. Obviously, look at me. I have it everywhere. All right, let's pick a winner. So Miss Leona, you won, and then Miss Cheryl McConnell, are you here? Cheryl McConnell. You like the 18 by 28. Yeah, that's perfect. Whatever like size you prefer. I just like those tea towels because they're cheap and you can pick up and do multiple projects on it to get the feel of the ink. And they're, you know, you're not wasting a ton of money practicing. Is Miss Cheryl McConnell here? I don't see her. That doesn't mean anything though. Cheryl. Let's see. Where's my live? Here it is. Perfect. Dollar Tree towels work great. Stop, Haley. I just realized you use baby wipes to clean this in, so I wonder if that would work. Good to know. I use baby wipes on the top of the transfer. I do not use them on the sticky side of the transfer. I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that the chemicals or whatever is in this might break down the adhesiveness, but I don't use them on the back. Okay, I don't think Miss Cheryl's here, so let's pick a different person. And let's see. Monica Dawson. My namesake. Miss Monica, are you here? And if Miss Monica's here, then it'll just be Miss Leona. Miss Monica. But I'll be on tomorrow. We'll do the club project. That's nice because I already have that cut, so I don't have to do that tonight. Yay, Miss Monica, you are tonight's winner as well. So let's rewind. Miss Leona and Miss Monica, send my page a message saying, hey, I won. And I will send you your giveaway form to fill out. But y'all go comment the word POP, P-O-P, and I will send you a link or a message with a supply list, but also the link to go shop the replay of my cutout sale. Friday is the last day that you can claim items for that cutout sale, okay? All right, y'all, have a great rest of your evening, and I will see y'all tomorrow morning. Bye, guys.